Hey everyone, it's day 5, or hey. The hay. The hay letter is not just for horses. It's not a food that you eat or chew on. It is kind of shaped like a house. It's also the shape of a sukkah. A sukkah has two main lines on the side of it and then one small one, that little foot that the hay has, and there's always a little opening. And hay is great because hay can be the first letter of Hashem, or another name for God. It's also a hug. It's easy to have a hay hug. I always teach my students that when I'm teaching them Hebrew, that hay, you can put your arms around someone if you leave a little space, but if you do this, like at the chet letter, it's really hard to hug someone. And hey, I've got a little tidbit of Jewish spiritual mindful knowledge. Hay is about having, right? When we're doing our little dreidel games, and I know when I was little, hay meant half, or it meant have the pot. One of the things that I love about the 5th day of the 10 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, it is the day to focus on what you have. So the 4th day we were focusing on the gifts that we have, the gifts that are always with us, that have been with us since we were this big, as little zygote in our mommy's tummies. The have that we're talking about today is actually the gifts that we have surrounding us, the external gifts. I was on the phone today with the Census Bureau. One of the best things that happened when I did the survey is I was so aware of all the things that I had or have currently. For instance, they asked me, do you have running water? Do you have a stove top, or do you have a gas stove? Do you have one faucet? I said, no, I actually have a couple, all these things in different rooms. It made me feel like tiniest percentage of the population that actually has this much. And there are moments when it's all relative. I'll go to someone's home that is much more lavish than mine in many different ways. And you know what I'm talking about. And you think, oh, I have so little. But it was such a great reminder that in all of these categories, I have. And so I'm encouraging everyone today to take stock of what you have. All the things that are outside of us, within our reach. Whether it's a pillow, or like, do you have a smartphone? Yes, I do. We take these things for granted. There are some people that don't even have running water close by to them, and they're dying of mosquito infestation because they're carrying malaria. We are so lucky to have the little bit that we have, and it's a lot. What a wonderful thing to remember in the 10 days as we're starting our year off, that whatever we have is more than enough. Did you ever have a moment last year when deep in your belly you felt that there was something missing? Well, I have an exercise for you. Put your feet flat on the floor, take a deep breath in, and put your hand on your belly. Take a nice, deep, soothing, healthy breath in and breathe out. One more time, deep breath in and breathe out. And then let that breath go up into the stratosphere. Take yourself back for a moment to that minute or that moment in time when you felt like you didn't have enough. Go ahead, you can put yourself there just for a second. And keep breathing deep, healthy breaths in and out. And put your hand on your belly. And now take a couple of things that you have right now and put those external things into your belly. Go ahead, you can do it. Even if it's just a toaster or a bar of soap or a pair of shoes. Start to take stock of all the little things that you have. Movement in your toes, the ability to smell. Put all of that in your belly and see for a moment if you're not completely filled up. As we move into the new year, take stock every day of all the wonderful things that we have in our reach, even if it's just a pencil, and the fact that we can write with it, and the fact that we know how to write or read the paper that it's on. And every time you feel that lack or that pit in your stomach that something is missing, and you feel maybe a little bit of distance from your creator or others in this world, put what you already have right now into that belly and see if you don't feel just a little bit more fulfilled, a little bit more filled up, a little bit more grateful, a little bit more connected to your purpose, a little bit more joyful, a little bit more mindful. See you next time.